Hey, VC. Dave with you tonight. So there's this guy in Midtown that actually runs a record store out of his garage. What he does, it's the first Saturday of every month. He puts signs on the overpasses and the off ramps, and I discovered this guy a couple years ago when I was driving a rideshare. And I said, well, I'm going to check that out. And I turned in, and sure enough, these signs direct you to a real nice neighborhood. And he lives on like a cul-de-sac. And he had his garage up. And sure enough, his he's got a 2-car garage. And it's done up like your favorite record store. It's really cool. He collects blues. He's got a lot of rock and roll and some psych. It's usually more common psych like Cream and Jimi Hendrix. But he's got a lot of stuff. I've gotten stuff there before, and sure enough, I was in the neighborhood a week before last, and caught up with this guy. And I picked up a few items. Let's see, he has got a pretty good dollar bin. He had Blood Rock too. I got this. It's a pretty cool album. It's hard rock. It's okay. It's kind of like Uriah Heep. It sounds kind of like Uriah Heep and Grand Funk if they got into a car accident. And if Phil Lynott from Thin Lizzy was the officer at the scene, that's what this would be. There's a, let's see, a 8-minute track called DOA. It's kind of like a funeral dirge type song, kind of creepy. They use organs in here. That's why I said it's kind of a little bit like Uriah Heep, but it's not bad. I don't know if it's one of those albums I'd listen to, a lot. It'll probably sit on my collection, but it's not bad. Good hard rock. Next one was Vanilla Fudge Renaissance. I didn't have this yet. Got that tricolor Atco label, which is always cool. Yeah, I think this is their second best album. This one they kind of started writing their own material, and I think there's only one cover on it, which is Donovan's Season of the Witch, and it's a really scary cover if you listen to it, but. Yeah, it's not a bad album at all. I think it's their second best album. I think their first album was their best, but that's just me. And next I got a guitar hero, John McLaughlin. I don't know if it's John. At this point, he was doing Mahavishnu Orchestra, John McLaughlin. I didn't know if it's the orchestra or John McLaughlin, but this is Inner Works. It's a pretty good album. Whenever I see John McLaughlin, I always pick it up because I know I'm going to get some great guitar work. He was just starting to use the guitar synthesizer on this one. In the 80s, he kind of overused it, but this is still a great album. A lot of shredding on this. Let me share the back of it. I don't know who those other musicians are, but anytime I find John McLaughlin or a Mahavishnu Orchestra, I pick it up. And last but not least, one of my favorite guitar players of all time, Steve Howe. His first album, 1975, it's called Beginnings. It's another cool Roger Dean cover, which is always nice. I don't know if the inner cover is Roger Dean. We've got a picture of Steve with his family and some lyrics and information there on it. And the back cover is pretty cool too. Problem with this album is it's not that great. I love Steve Howe's guitar playing and everything, but his singing's not that hot. This actually, I have this on CD, so I've heard it before. This is kind of an upgrade. I wanted to get it on vinyl. I like to collect all the Yes stuff. So I got this, picked it up. Now, there's some moments on it. His guitar playing's great. He plays, you know, different things, sitars and whatnot, and it does have its moments, but when he starts singing, I don't know. He's a background singer in Yes, but I don't think he's a very good lead singer. But I think he's a great guitar player. I love the stuff. I love all the stuff in Yes, and of course Tomorrow, and you know, everything he's done. But I don't know. It sounds like he wanted to make a Beatles type album, and he just couldn't pull it off. But I don't know. If you're a completist, Yes completist like I am, you want to add this. It's kind of, packaging's cool, but. And so that was my little Saturday thing, and hopefully I'll have some more garage sales, estate sales coming up, and I'll talk to you later.